Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I use the Beauty Blender to apply my foundation. I'm not going to go in depth about, what all the things a Beauty Blender can do, because it could do so many things, blend out contour, highlight with creams, and it could do a lot, but today I'm only going to be really showing you how to apply foundation with it because it was requested. You want to find a Beauty Blender that has a good bounciness to it because you don't want a hard beauty blender. I know they sell them everywhere, but a lot of times they can be really hard and they won't really work as well, and some of them are too soft where they'll just absorb all your product. Sephora makes a great one. It's called just the Beauty Blender. It's like the official Beauty Blender, and it is $20 though. And Real Techniques makes one. It looks like this, and it's $6, and it's great, but it's not as good. This one is actually off of eBay. It was $6. It's really great. I will link it down below. I really recommend getting this. So I've already moisturized and primed my face and everything, and I'm just now pumping my foundation on the back of my hand. So I'm just going to take my liquid foundation, and you can put it on the back of your Beauty Blender. I keep wanting to say Bluty Blender. And I'm just going to dot it on my face though. So you want to always make sure, no matter what angle, what side of the Beauty Blender that you're using, you always use patting motions. You don't want to go in like this because that's just going to rub the product around, get it absorbed into here, and it's just not going to work well. So you want to pat it like this. And you want to make sure before anything, before you even start using this, you want to run it under some water, and you want to squeeze it about 20 times until it expands. And that's how you know it's a good Beauty Blender, if it expands and gets nice and squishy. So I'm just going to be patting it into my skin, and the best thing about using a Beauty Blender rather than a brush is you will get no brush stroke lines, and you will have just an airbrush look without any effort, because it's so effortless. This is so easy to use. So as you can see, I'm just patting. I'm not going like this. I'm just staying close to my skin, and I'm just gently patting. I'm using the back side of the Beauty Blender for the large areas of my face, and when I get to small areas of my face, like my nose and the crevices right here, I'm going to use the pointed part. Now, the best part about this is it gets so deep into the inner corner of the eye. So if you're not going to use this for foundation, I really recommend using it for concealer, because also if you're putting too much product on your face, it will actually absorb the excess so you don't look cake face, and it just blends everything out so smoothly. So as you can see, no matter what side of it I'm using, I am patting, not rubbing. So I'm just going to keep patting and making sure to pat right into my hairline. You want to go in with the least amount of product on the Beauty Blender, and you can actually pat on your actual hairline, and you won't get the foundation in your hair as long as you don't put too much on the Beauty Blender. And then to get around the eyebrows, I'm going to switch to the tip. Just go like that. Now, the thing with the Beauty Blender is because it has a little bit of water in it, it will help moisturize your skin slightly. Now, if you have oily skin, you still can use a Beauty Blender. Like I said, in previous videos, whenever you have oily skin and you want to do something dewy, or you want to use something that will kind of give you a dewy effect, kind of like a Beauty Blender since it has water in it, you want to make sure you're mattifying yourself. But if you are dry, this will help just a tiny bit to make you more moisturized. It will not give you a completely dewy look. It will not turn a matte foundation into a dewy foundation, but it will help moisturize just the slightest bit more. And I will have which products I am using listed down below. But now I'm just going to apply my concealer. I'm just going to apply it how I usually do, under the eyes, onto the cheekbones, and on a little bit on the center of my face. Now I'm just going to take the pointed part of the Beauty Blender, and I'm going to start just working right under that lash line. And I'm actually, since I have a wing right here and some eyeshadow, I'm just going to press right into the inner corner and go right below the wing. And this tip of the sponge is really precise for doing that. And then I'm just going to pat that concealer right to my lash line. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put it right into the hollow of my eye to make sure there's no darkness. Alright, now I'm going to go in and powder. You can do what a lot of beauty gurus do, where you just dip it in some translucent powder, pack it under the eyes and all the parts that you highlighted, but since I have really dry skin, I don't like to do that. I like to just dust powder under my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished my makeup, and as you can see, it just gives a really flawless look. I absolutely recommend this to anyone, especially if you don't want to go out and buy a bunch of brushes, because honestly, this equals like pretty much like 6 brushes that you could be using every single day, whether it be for blush, contour, concealer, even primer and stuff. But if you guys really want me to show you how you can blend out cream, contour, and highlight, then I can do another video about that. This just was meant to be a really quick video on how I do my foundation with the Beauty Blender. But yeah, I really hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!